Because the masses are mad. Even spiritual masses are crazy half the time, most of the time, actually. Even more so, actually. I mean, the yoga's a narcissistic madhouse just about now. It's been stunning as I've explored into it and what's going on. Which took me a while to see. You may disagree with me, but it took a while to see it. It was so well hidden. If anyone's familiar with I Am That, which is a book by Nikadatta Maharaj, who was a Advaita Vedanta teacher from last century. Like a mate, smoked his little cigarettes, used to own cigarette shops in the middle of Bombay, I think he was, or Delhi, one of the two. In chaos, and he was very deeply awake, and he'd have a little attic and people with all his gurus in it, and people would come up in his small room, no air conditioning, sweat and everything, and he'd just be doing his teachings there, whatever, once or twice a day. And he was very animated and just ranting and raving, and they'd translate what he's saying. And if you looked at him, you go, he's a madman, like from the outside, but he's just very on point. And he's very, very, very well known and very well respected. And, some say he's written the best book, or one of the best books around on that subject, non-duality, Advaita. But it wasn't a written book, it was just his words transcribed by an American lady. And she did 2 or 3 books with him. He said one day, I don't like the book. He said, why? Everyone loves it. It's amazing. It's like the Bible of non-duality to some degree, and extremely deep work and all the rest of it. He said, because I'm speaking to a person in that stage at that time. And these are not generic words for everybody. And what he was saying was, if I can say something to her, but actually if you go and do it, it's going to cause you all sorts of problems. And all sorts of problems. And what I'm telling you now might cause you problems if it's in a year or 2 years ago. So people go and read wide literature, and then the mind, the ego, handpicks what you're going to hear and what you're going to understand. And people don't know that's happening. That's what he was saying. I don't like the book, because he was basically saying it's going to misguide a lot of people, and they're going to develop misunderstandings, thinking they have understandings, and miss what's for them. If it's even written in there, it might not even be in the book. The spoken word is live. Anything else is dead. Written words are dead. They're dead. There's no life force in them. So you can get an idea of what's going on, but you may also get lost. And most do, but they don't know they have, and they develop. Like the 25-year meditator story. You become somebody doing spiritual work with lots of knowledge. And how people can get stuck there too. And I find tremendous value in exploring all the terrain. But I also got lost in some of it too, and misinterpreted it, or thought stuff was true that wasn't, and thought it was for me and wasn't. So I've had this direct experience, and it's getting, when a direct teacher knows you, or a living teacher knows you, they get to know your personality and what words are for you to unlock the cage that are just for you. Maybe some other people can get some help from it too, but they're for you. And this is very misunderstood, so lots of people read or watch stuff and get a generic understanding, but this isn't a generic field at all. So even live teachings can be generic, right? If a teacher's got a large audience, the room's filled. With every new person that walks in, he has to go wider and dilute more, so everyone can hear. Thin it out. Maybe 1 or 2 people he speaks to, or 3 or 4 people actually get some direct teaching. The rest are like reading a book in a way. But there's an energy field there, which is to their advantage, of course. Many assume those words are for everybody, and maybe they are if it's lots of people there, but they're going to be watered down to fit everybody. So, you know, the mystery schools are ancient. They've been around for a long time. And then why are they mystery school? Because it's unraveling the mystery. But it's a very personal thing. And they've usually kept a low profile for good reason. Because the masses are mad. Even spiritual masses are crazy half the time, most of the time, actually. Even more so, actually. I mean, the yoga's a narcissistic madhouse just about now. It's been stunning as I've explored into it and what's going on. Which took me a while to see. You know, you may disagree with me, but it took a while to see it. It was so well hidden.
Please like or subscribe if you found value. Meet Rohan via rohan.com.